After communities along Lake Ontario were pummeled by waves and floodwaters last year, New York State promised financial relief. Millions of dollars were offered to towns and villages to help with the cleanup.
But News 4's Chris Horvitz found out only a fraction of that money has been handed out so far. Chris looked into why for his New York State Uncovered report. Chris?
Well, Jackie, even though the flooding was at its worst around this time last spring, it wasn't until just last month that Governor Cuomo announced the town of Newfane would be reimbursed $65,000 to pay for their flood response. And if you think that meant the state sent the town a $65,000 check that day, think again.
It's like starting all over again. It destroyed the infrastructure.
David Headley remembers last spring like it was yesterday. He is still dealing with the repercussions at his Headley Boat Company in Olcott today.
It's got to be totally gutted out, and all the mold has to be removed. I mean, you're talking a lot of money to do stuff like that.
While he's trying to figure out the quickest way to get his business back up and running, Newfane Town Supervisor Tim Horenberg is trying to figure out the quickest way to get the $65,000 the state has already said the town can have as reimbursement.
They could use it to fix potholes in the roads that aren't so bad this year and repave roads.
Horenberg has also been promised an additional $500,000 to help build a break wall on the lake.
We don't have the money yet. We know it's coming sooner or later, but it's a government slow process, which I'm used to.
New York State Homes and Community Renewal is the state agency in charge of distributing the funds to towns. According to data I found, of the roughly $8 million the department is handing out to communities on the lake, only $838,000 have been dispersed. Even though some of that money hasn't been spent by the towns yet, that's still only about 10% of the funds.
I've been here for 30-some years. And when I first come in, you think you're going to do something and do it quick, and you find out the government process doesn't work like that.
Too much red tape.
When I looked into why it is this way, I found out what Headley is referring to. Here's a list of the steps in the process before the town of Newfane could even send in their receipts to be reimbursed. Even though the governor announced the award last month, the money won't be sent to Newfane until the state reviews the town's invoices. Do you think it has to be that way?
No. I think government could be refined to speed this up.
There is a process, obviously, and that process is important, protecting taxpayers.
Freeman Klopot is the Deputy Commissioner for Communications and Policy for Homes and Community Renewal. He says there's a good reason the system is set up like this.
It's very important that when we're delivering money that's designed to help communities recover from something like flooding, or to build back stronger and smarter, that we're certain that funding is going to go for and help meet those goals.
But right now there's no break wall at all. There's
right now there's nothing to stop the high seas from coming in here.
There's another arguably bigger concern in Newfane these days. It's what the Lake Ontario waters are doing right now. The situation isn't nearly as dire as it was last year, but levels are still several inches above normal. Sandbags are ready to be distributed at the town's highway department just in case.
It does. And it's going up. Right now we see it going up, and it's still higher than it should be. And every time we get a north wind, it pounds us.
Currently, the forecasts are not showing anything, levels being anywhere near where they were last year.
Keith Korleski is an alternate U.S. regulation representative for the International Lake Ontario St. Lawrence River Board. He makes a living keeping an eye on these water levels and says while the waters won't impact people as much this year, the weather is still a wild card.
Based on what the levels are looking at, they're right now above the long-term average. However, we're not seeing levels, again, it's hard to predict without knowing what precipitation is going to be like, later in 2 weeks and in 2 months.
We don't know what the weather's going to do. We don't know what, how much rain we're going to get. So it's just a wait-and-see thing. It's a gamble.
If the waves and water do end up being a problem, the reimbursed money from the state could be a big help to Newfane if they get it in time. Supervisor Horenberg is working to get those receipts together. The state says that once they do get those invoices, it'll be another 7 to 10 days before Newfane gets that money. Chris Horvitz, News 4.